Coach, how encouraged were you by the performance you got there out of Bryce Cartwright, particularly in the second half?
You know, the interesting thing about him, you know, I really felt like he was getting better, but he's really gimpy last night in practice. And he's really worked diligently to get that ankle better. And really, I thought in this game, that's as explosive as he's been since he turned it. So clearly a difference in the game, no question.
Coach, your perspective that 4-minute 11-second stretch, you went on a 15-3 run that kind of won the game for you.
Well, you know, the interesting thing there, I think, you know, we were struggling offensively in the first half, both teams were, and the second half wasn't a whole lot better, except when we got Oglesby going early. He was big. And Marvel was really struggling, and he was a little sideways, and, you know, I took him out and got into him a little bit, and as he typically does, he really responded. I mean, he was the guy, he and Bryce in that segment, of course, Matt, so you're right. I mean, it was that we scored 7 straight possessions, and that was the difference.
Even though in the first half you didn't score like you wanted to, but you were able to play defense, which is...
Well, we defended really well in this game, I thought. And the last time we played them, they were just taking us off the dribble. They were running it down our throats. I mean, they really dictated what they wanted to do, and that's why they won. And then, of course, they played better than us down the stretch. So we had to, you know, reverse that trend. We didn't play great offensively, but we did defend. They were 1 for 11 from 3. We're up into them. We contained dribble penetration. They're a very quick team off the dribble. We contained that much better than we had. Handled ball screens better, rebounded better. And you know, even though we didn't play particularly well offensively, we still up 4, and that's usually a good sign.
I think that's the best new defense has played back-to-back games. You played pretty well defensively, I thought, at Illinois.
We did. Yeah, I do. I think that's a fair statement, Rick.
About Aaron, just I know he had the thumb injury there early on, but then he was able to come back in.
Yeah, we need him. He got some big rebounds late. He's great against the press. You know, they started pressing. He's great handling the ball. He's great inbounding the ball. You know, a short-handed front court guy is really helpful in those situations.
Matt was 1 for 6 to start, but then he had a couple of big threes in that 15-3 run, which just seemed to really extend the lead.
Yeah, that was huge for us. You know, we were getting them open. You know, they had their defense over, and so we were able to get some flare screens and free them up a little bit. You know, then they started doing a little more switching, you know, which gives you a little more driving space. And I think we did a pretty good job in the beginning. Not so much. You know, we got a little bit sideways with their switching, and then we started attacking it more intelligently.
On that run of yours, Coach, a lot of Marvel's 2 threes came in transition. Man had a dunk on a run up. That's when you're best, when you can run the floor and that kind of play in your hands.
You know, but the other thing too is we got some stops. You know, and when you get stops and runouts, it's great to run on makes, but stops and runouts, now the lead's expanding, and that's, you know, all of a sudden you look up, it's 14. You know, and there was still 10 minutes to go, but you know, it's nice to be up double digits with 10 minutes to go.
Anything else?
Thank you.